So here we are, what is this? March 18th. So Wednesday, March 18th at 5:55 p.m. So hopefully I'm doing this a little bit earlier in the day so that the video footage won't black out halfway through. It was funny, I was looking at the video footage from last night, and it goes through, and at a certain point it just keeps getting darker and darker and darker and darker until basically all you can see is my pearly white teeth. So we're doing this before 6 o'clock today, so no matter how long I drag this out for, should still have a good picture going. I'm very excited right now. I have a little something in my pocket. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is going to taste very good tonight. A nice, beautiful Guinness. So we were just at Walmart because my wife had to pick up some more food, and we had to pick up some supplies for the travel trailer. Of course, there are always things that you should have gotten that you didn't get, so we got a couple of things. And when we were looking at the fruit, this little Guinness popped up its head, and I went, ooh, I want some Guinness. If you ever want to know how to do business, one of the things that you should always do is go into places like Walmart, and you'll see how real business is done. Because you go in there and you see the Guinness right beside the oranges, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, why the hell is the Guinness right beside the oranges? And the reason is because most likely there's a husband and a wife, and the wife is looking at oranges, and the husband is like, ooh, Guinness. Right? There's something there for everybody. Very good lessons to learn going to Walmart as far as business is concerned. Now, I'm not going to drink this on air. I'm going to put this behind me just to know it is there so I can drink after vlogging. I have found one of those professional tips that I will give you for vlogging is never drink while you're vlogging. And it doesn't have for the reasons that you think it has. It's not about whether or not what comes out of your mouth is sensical or not. It's that when people see you drinking alcohol while you're vlogging, they instantly think that whatever you were saying is complete crap. I found that a couple of times, right? So I've done like 2 or 3 vlogs where I happen to be drinking a beer during the vlog, and I thought, okay, this shows me as like the normal guy drinking a beer. And it really is a thing, like that was my first beer or maybe my second beer, so I was completely with it, it wasn't drunk or anything like that. But then what I've noticed is in the comment sections, everybody seems to take everything that I was saying as if it's something said in alcoholic stupor for some reason. I don't get why that is. So just something to realize. I'm not even saying that you shouldn't drink and then vlog. Then that might be some of the best stuff you ever put out there, right? But you should not drink while vlogging, because if you get drunk before you vlog and then you vlog, people don't necessarily know if you're drunk or not, so you may say some really wacky things that they really like. But if they see you drinking while you vlog, they immediately dismiss everything you say as some kind of like alcohol-inspired rant. So we'll just put the alcohol back there. Again, as I've talked about before, I don't drink a lot of alcohol in my life, just for health reasons or whatever. I'm definitely not a teetotaler, and I will enjoy the Guinness later tonight. But later tonight. So this is what is this? So this is Wednesday. So this is our 3rd day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, basic math. So this is our 3rd day, finishing off our 3rd day on the road, and everything is going pretty well. I think this was the first day of I don't know, I started to get annoyed with my wife. It's not really her fault. It's just being in a very confined setting, like that confined. We've been together for 9.5 years now, really going close to 10 years. But there's a certain something about being confined into a 100 square foot room, basically. I mean, our travel trailer makes my old efficiency apartment look huge. You know what I'm saying? So just being in that little confined of a space, been getting a little annoyed, but I guess that's how it goes. They've got to go through these little growing pains or whatever. So it was also hard this morning because when when we woke up, it was only like 35 degrees outside. So again, one of the nice things with a travel trailer, why travel trailers don't seem so small, is the idea is you take them to very warm, nice environments, and then you're basically outside all the time. So like yesterday when I was editing my vlog, I edited my vlog outside. When I was drinking my coffee, I drank my coffee outside. So all this functional stuff you normally do inside because the weather is kind of crappy and you got a big house. When you're doing this whole RV trailer thing, you do it outside. So it makes it feel like you have a much bigger space than you do, because you kind of do. You kind of have the whole outdoors. The problem is when it gets cold and nasty, everybody gets buttoned down into this one little 100-square-foot travel trailer, and then nerves can fray rather quickly. So yeah, kind of getting on each other's nerves this morning. But you know, that's how it goes. Again, I'm trying to tell you guys how it is. Real life out here on the road. Again, no big deal, no huge deal. We're not getting a divorce or anything. Just noticing a bit of the annoyance. Beyond that, as far as the travel trailer goes, we've been organizing things. We got a lot of things to like move around and organize. We realized how poorly we packed our travel trailer. Like stuff that's here has to get moved there. Stuff that's there has to get moved here. Hey, all this crap. I mean, we're only 3 days into this travel trailer thing. We're already like, why the hell would we bring this crap, right? So we're figuring all that out. So that's a bit of a pain in the butt. And that is one of the things that's annoying and can kind of wear on your nerves going into a travel trailer, is just that, you know, where to put things. Where does the food go? Where do the bowls go? Where do the knives and forks go? Why do I have to move this out of the way just to get a damn mug or something, right? So that's one of the things we're working through now. But it's going along. So tomorrow we've decided we're going down to Fayetteville. Not for any particular reason other than it's between here and Charleston, South Carolina. So Charleston, South Carolina, I'm a little concerned. I don't feel comfortable enough with the trailer to drive, because it's 6.5 hours from here to Charleston, South Carolina, normally in a normal car going normal speed. Figuring that we're dragging the travel trailer along, and then we got potty breaks and all that kind of stuff. It will probably take 8 or 9 hours, and I don't feel comfortable doing 8 or 9 hours with the travel trailer yet. So I figure we were looking at other places to go. New Bern looked really cool. New Bern, North Carolina, seems like it has a lot of cool stuff. But the problem is that it's not really great temperature there. You know, the temperature's still in flux. We're still in that weird time of the year. March is that weird time of the year. Is one day, like yesterday was awesome. It was like 75 to 80 degrees. And then today it's, you know, 50 to 55 degrees. It's a fluctuation. So New Bern looked really cool. And if it was 70 degrees tomorrow in New Bern, that would be awesome. But I think it's going to be like 50 degrees in New Bern. And so you're looking at it and you're like, okay, we're going to go to this place and it's going to be 50 degrees and one of the days is going to be rainy. Is this really what we want to do? So we decided what we'll do is we'll go down. Fayetteville is right along 95, the 95 corridor. So this place is it's right outside of Fayetteville. Plop down the camper for a night, see what it's like, and then go the next day. So there's nothing, I have no love of Fayetteville. Vietnam, as it's called. Maybe we'll have a story on Vietnam tomorrow. But no love of Fayetteville. Fayetteville is like, yep, I was there. Yep, it exists. Can we keep going now? Can we keep on going? Yeah. My wife was like, do you want to see anything there? I was like, no. Not at all. Anyway, so that's what we will be doing tomorrow. So that will be a little bit of a travel day. So today, though, we went out to Williamsburg, so Colonial Williamsburg. And if you ever get the chance to come down here to Virginia, to the Williamsburg area, definitely go to Colonial Williamsburg. Colonial Williamsburg is awesome. So I was talking to you guys about like Jamestown yesterday. You know, whatever. It's a bunch of frickin' foundations. If you like looking at foundations and then being told a story, Jamestown's great. You know, Yorktown is nice, but it's small. It's a battlefield. Again, I don't really get the point of battlefields. But what's nice with Colonial Williamsburg is really like a reconstructed town. And it's really nice, and it's really large, and you can go walk through it for a long time. So if you go and you walk through it, and you do the little tours for all the different places. It can take up a day very easily. All the actors there, they have you know, the recreators or actors or whatever they're called, are very good. They'll take you through, and it's big. I mean, it's a very good sized place. So just wandering around and looking at the sheep and looking at the printing presses and looking at the palace and looking at this place and looking at that place and looking at the other, it'll take you a while. And then if you actually go into the buildings, all the different buildings, they have a printer there, and they have a wig person, a person who creates wigs there, and they have, you know, gardeners there and beekeepers there and shepherds there. They've got all kinds of crap there. So basically you go into each one of the individual little buildings and you talk with the people and they give you their whole spiel and you go, wow, this is so cool. And it's a really, really, really nice place. We went there today and it was good. It was a nice sunny, for a lot of it was a nice sunny, 50 some odd degrees, so it was good walking around. Now one of the things that I like with Williamsburg, is, like, again, my wife and I have been here quite a few times in the past. This is probably my 4th or 5th time here. So I wasn't really worried about the tours at this point. I have already listened to the tours and forgotten the tours enough times. I don't really want to pay to listen to and forget tours again. So what's really cool with Colonial Williamsburg is if you don't want to pay any admission fee and you don't really care about the tours, what you can do is you can park in Williamsburg and then just walk into Colonial Williamsburg and nothing is said. Basically, in order to get on the little tours and get into places, you have to have a little sticker on you. But again, I mean, this is a huge recreated park place. And if you don't want to get in any buildings, you can just walk. So we spent, I don't know, somewhere between 3 to 4 hours there today, just walking through Colonial Williamsburg and looking at the sheep and looking at this and looking at that and looking at the other thing. And you can do that. You can have a very fine, nice day out of it. We took our food with us, so we didn't even have to pay for food. You know, we sat there in the little, there's a big yard area thing, and we just sat there in the nice warm sun eating our lunch, enjoying life. So it's a very, very nice thing. If you get the chance to go to Williamsburg, again, Jamestown, I don't know, you decide whether you want to go there. But Colonial Williamsburg, if you get the option to go to Colonial Williamsburg, definitely go there, because it is just beautiful. That is a really, really well done park. That is, having been around the world and all that, it's a world class place. It's a world class place. Even if you are European and you can say, oh yes, it's a world class place that shows how inferior you Americans are. It's a perfection of your inferiority. And then you can still come here. It is funny. Like, you go there and you realize how different times were, because you know that was built back in the 1600s, I guess. And so they have a palace. It's like, this is the governor's palace, and you walk up to the palace and you're like, really? This is a palace? I mean, it's nice. It's big. It's brick. It's got some cool little statues on it. But really, this is what you call a palace. Yes, this is definitely an old palace. This is not Versailles. This is definitely not Versailles here, but it's a beautiful place. And then if you go out, not only is there Colonial Williamsburg, it's very nice, but there's a there's this college in the little Williamsburg town. And so what you can do is you can actually walk straight out of Colonial Williamsburg, and they have restaurants and they have tourist shops, and then that area is very nice unto itself. So it's a nice little touristy thing. So that's something you may think about if you come to Colonial Williamsburg, is especially in the warmer months when more people are here, trying to get into the restaurants and things actually in Colonial Williamsburg is a real pain in the ass. It is damn near impossible. They don't have nearly enough seats. They have 1 billion people trying to get seats when there's not nearly enough seats. So if you walk down the little road and you go out of Colonial Williamsburg, there's lots of more modern restaurants right there, and you'll probably be better off getting food by wandering out of Williamsburg. Plus, when you go out, they have more of the touristy shops and all that kind of stuff. And it's really pretty. It's not like the touristy shops sell crap, but it looks pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of places in the world where you go out and it looks like touristy schlock. Like, it just looks like the stores look like just crappy. And what's cool with that area is it all looks nice. It all looks very, very, very nice. Very nice, I would say. So yeah, so that was it. That was Colonial Williamsburg today. Very nice. Had a good time. Strolled along. Very, very, very good. So just showed you some pictures with all that. So yeah, so really that's about all that's going on. The my initial vlog is still uploading. I think it has 398 minutes from what I can tell. So as I told you guys before, while I'm on the road, I will be uploading these vlogs at the different RV places, RV parks that I'm at, but the upload speed is going to be really crappy. And I told you guys that before, but yeah, so I started uploading the vlog, Monday's vlog, I started uploading that like 6 o'clock last night. That was stupid. I should have started uploading that as soon as I had that process, but I waited because I didn't really realize how bad it would be. So I started 6 o'clock last night. It's now 6 o'clock, or it's now, what is it? It is now 6:10, and last time I checked, it still had like 398 minutes left. So what is that? 60, so 120, 4, 5. It's like 6 hours left. So it'll take me approximately 26 hours to upload every video, which will be curious. I wonder what kind of a backlog I will get with these videos. So I already cut yesterday's video. So I did Monday's video, and that's in the queue. And then I did yesterday's video, processed it, and I actually already have that in the queue. So as soon as Monday's video gets done uploading, Tuesday's video will start uploading. And then when I get done editing this video, that will go in the queue. So it may be that these videos are a few days behind, or more than a few days behind. Again, as I've said, I plan to do these videos every single day, but you know, the reality of being on the road. That is one thing you guys should think about if you guys decide to start vlogging on the road. As I've said, I'm taping all of these vlogs in 4K. Because I want to future-proof my vlogs. I want you guys to see how cool this stuff is. So I'm doing all the videos in 4K. Unfortunately, doing the videos in 4K means the video files are anywhere between like 10 to 20 gigs in size. So something to think about. Remember, in technology, as in all life, there is a balance, right? So if I tape these videos in 1080p, they would be a quarter of the size, maybe less. So instead of 10 gigs, it would probably be like 2 gigs in size. 2 gigs, obviously I could actually upload in a few hours. So that's one thing for you guys to be thinking about. I know a lot of people, they always want to rush out and get the coolest and greatest new technology, but they don't really think through what the consequences will be. And so that's what I'm dealing with now. In order to be able to give you guys 4K video, it means it takes up to 26 hours for my videos to upload. Something for you guys to think about when you're going on the road is, do you really want a 4K camera? You know, it's like, well, 4K is the best. It's like, yeah, for somebody like me who wants to do this professionally and get well known, you do 4K. But if you're just trying to share videos with family members, or if you're just a newer vlogger, you just want to play around with vlogging, really think about skipping the 4K, especially if you're trying to do it on the road, because it is just a beast to upload these files. Like seriously, like uploading files is actually something that I have to think about. This is a task. So I'm looking at, so once we get to Charleston, South Carolina has a little bit of a startup community, and they have some co-working facilities. So what I'm looking at now is basically, once I get into Charleston, South Carolina, seeing what the bandwidth is like at the RV park we're staying there, and then trying to kiss up to one of the co-working facilities so that I can upload videos. That's the kind of thing you got to think about. Again, with a lot of people out there, you're probably looking at me and going, wow, I want to be a travel vlogger too. Being a travel vlogger looks so cool. And it is. I'm 3 days into this, and this is awesome. But there is real work involved. Like a lot of people, I don't know why that is in life. You know, a lot of people look at what somebody's doing and all they see is what is fun. All they see is what is cool. And they completely ignore and don't even think about all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes in order to make this stuff happen. So yeah, with me running around and taping these videos in really cool places and sitting here talking into webcam, that's cool. Editing all these video files into something that makes sense, that's pretty fun. That's a good way to waste some time. But then taking those video files and actually figuring out how the hell to upload them onto YouTube, that makes me want to pull out what little hair I have left. So again, one of those things to be thinking about. Do you really, really, really want to do that? I see a lot of people in life. Again, they see somebody like me, or they see somebody and they go, I want to do that. And then they have no appreciation, zero appreciation for all of the stuff that goes into it. And then they're always so sad. They're always so depressed, and they're always so angry. Like, I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to worry about bandwidth. Okay. What do you want me to say? But anyways, I'm a bit tired tonight. Colonial Williamsburg was a great place. We left Tonto today. He seemed to do better. What I was thinking last night, I don't know if I told you guys that. What we were thinking yesterday is that there was a lot of wind yesterday, and we put out our awning. So the travel trailer has an awning that comes out. So what we thought is maybe there was wind that kind of moved that awning, which would move the entire travel trailer. So maybe that's what scared Tonto to hell and back. So I put up the awning today. So we put it back so that wouldn't cause anything. And then we were only gone for like 4.5 hours. So what we're planning to do now is only leave him for like 4.5 hours while he's getting used to it. And then maybe like next week or so, maybe start leaving him a little bit longer. It's so easy. It's so easy to take other people and other creatures for granted, you know? Because again, as I've said, we've gotten used to the idea of the travel trailer. We've gotten used to the idea of traveling all around the country. But that poor little guy has no idea what the hell's going on. You look at him and, oh, what's wrong, Tonto? Why are you so stressed? And he looks up at you and you're like, what the hell is going on? 2 days ago, I lived in a huge house on a huge amount of property with a pond and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm in a 100 square foot travel trailer. What the hell? So, trying to be kind to the Tonto. So he has a good time on this trip. Yeah. But anyways, with that, I will call it a day. The Guinness. Oh, the beautiful Guinness is calling. I do love beer. Beer is a beautiful thing. I don't allow myself very much beer anymore. Like I said, it's not good for me. But tonight I will have a couple of Guinnesses because I'm traveling and it's been a long day and it just feels like I should have a Guinness. So with that, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow reporting from Fayette.